Well, Ben, you and I talked back in August in fall camp, and he said, man, this has been a fast 5 years with a season ahead of you, and now we got your last regular season home game anyway, and it just, you've kind of been told that your senior season would fly by faster than the others. Has it been the case?
Yeah, it still really hasn't set in, just, how close we are to the end. And so got a couple texts and talked to a few people, this week just to say enjoy it, because it is going to go fast. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. There's nothing you can't worry about, and, things coming up or anything like that. You can just enjoy the moment. So.
Outside of it being senior day, does it feel much different though? I mean, because you're going to get honored and all that type of thing, but there's going to be probably games down here down the road.
Yeah, but like I said, you can't look at those things. You can't overlook your next opponent, and that's probably cliche to say, but it is true, and that's kind of what we focus on, at NDSU. And so, just excited for this one. Hopefully we can get this win, and then kind of clinch the conference title. So.
As you know, I've watched you play a lot of football since you're a sophomore in high school. A lot of games in this building, so to think this is the last regular season game in this building, I mean, you've played a lot of football here.
Yeah, it has been a long time, 5+ years, especially with high school. So it's pretty crazy just to look back, and not trying to do that quite yet, looking back. But when you do a little bit, it's just pretty crazy, all the things that have happened and the accomplishments and things like that. So
when you were playing in those section championship games in the maroon and gold of Holly, were you thinking, man, someday I want to wear this? I mean, was that part of the process? Did you ever imagine that when you were catching passes even as a sophomore?
I had known that I wanted to play at the next level. And early in my high school career, I probably didn't know that it was going to be here. I had ideas popped in my head about it, but never thought it would turn into what it has, for sure. I wanted to go somewhere where I wasn't just going to be another number or another person, kind of up in the building. I wanted to be somebody who's going to have success and be able to stand out. And so definitely glad that I made the decision that I have. And yeah.
Well, and have the success that you've had here, and you've, like you said, as a high schooler, you saw guys winning national championships down in Frisco. I'm sure you dreamed of, hey, you'd like to get to that point, and certainly like to finish off that way too.
Yeah, during the recruiting process, that's one of the main things. They talk about the tradition of the place, and it obviously speaks for itself. Within the last few years, we've had so many national championships and things like that. And so when you see that as a kid, as an 18-year-old kid getting recruited, it's just like pretty special. You want to be a part of that success. You want to be a part of something winning, and so it really helps. Yeah.
And so many talks about the fact that I know Coach Kramer, your strength coach, likes to take a picture of you as a redshirt freshman and what you look like as a senior. Can you see the difference?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, he puts your body weight and your height and your body composition and all those things on the picture, and so it's pretty funny to see everybody's and how much we've matured and grown over the last 5 years. He's done a good job with us. So.
Not only physically what you become as a physical specimen as a football player, but also kind of mentally and preparing you for life after football. You and I were talking about this a little bit before we went on the air here, just kind of what that's all about. Certainly that's been the case too.
There's a lot of mental maturity that happens as well, for me anyway, that's happened in the last 5 years. And so probably as much mentally as physically, just with how much you learn about dealing with people, dealing with certain situations, adversity, wins, losses, all that stuff. It all plays a part in hopefully what everybody decides to do after football, after college here. And so I know I've been set up for success because of the people that are here, and very fortunate for that.
Let's talk a little bit about going into this weekend. No doubt South Dakota, they, with every game, they want to knock off the big boy on the block, the number one team in the nation. I'm sure you're going to feel that a little bit. This is, you mentioned before, it's very cliche, but it's just got to be true. You can't take anything for granted, right?
No, yeah, you can't. And I think we're going to go about this week the same as every other week. We got to go 1-0 for the week, and so just got to lock into the details and just get after the game plan. The coaches are putting together something good, and so as long as we go out there and execute it and have energy, when we do it, that's all you can really ask for. So.
Let me ask you a little bit about this too, because I'm sure that Coach Entz and the staff have been talking a little bit about that, because you're going to have family and friends and parents and everything here for this special weekend, obviously. But I'm sure coaches can be a little bit paranoid. They want to keep away from all those distractions too, right?
Right. Yeah. There'll be a time for that. Everybody will get recognized, and then when it comes down to business, we got to be able to execute and take care of business. So as long as we can jump on them right away and keep the foot down, I think we'll be okay.
How hard is it to be patient with that cliche game at a time, knowing that you have bigger goals? You know what's coming in December, which is, that's also a cliche of a whole new season, but it's really true. And you think people are gunning for you now. Wait till it's, win or go home. Yeah,
it is hard to be patient, but it's also part of the process. And we've seen that, us seniors and the juniors, have seen that for the last 4 to 5 years, that the teams before, the older guys before, went through the same thing, and they obviously had success in doing so. And so when you see the process and when you see the way that people carry themselves throughout the whole year, it helps solidify, that time will come. But as long as you focus on the here and now, that's what's most important.
Now, the most important question for me is, when you went on to win the section championship and go on to bigger things in the state as a high school, that even though I'm a Barnesville Trojan, that I was pulling for the Holly Nuggets, can you do that for us against Caledonia?
I suppose I can send a good luck their way, but anytime a team from our area has success and can make it to the state tournament, good luck to them. So
yeah, and you're friends with the Strands too, which is, it is kind of fun. I'm sure you find that with your teammates too. And we got the Dakota Bowl coming up on Friday, the day before your game, and I'm sure you have teammates that maybe follow different teams. And I think we always that's kind of the cool thing about it. As much as the kids seem to know each other, they still pull for the schools from that are around the region, showing how good your section or your region is. Right.
Right. Yeah. It's good to be able to support each other, and every once in a while we'll sneak in there, or not sneak in, but we'll watch a few games or a few quarters or something like that, and it's good to see the talent and things like that haven't really changed a lot, so it's good.
Well, Ben, I've been a big fan, even as a team who usually pulled from my hometown team. It's always been fun watching you play football at the high school level. Certainly fun watching you grow as a Bison now. Good luck to you, not only in this game for the Yabega Senior Day, but also down the road, and I'm sure we'll talk to you down the road in the playoffs too.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you.